Welcome to Bike Vibe. What's up everybody, thanks for tuning in. Today we've got something seriously special on the channel for you, an up close, no holds barred look at the brand new 2026 BMW M5. Imagine the roar of a freshly tuned V8 pushing you down the highway, the feel of premium leather under your palms and the engineering brilliance beneath your feet. This is the kind of car that doesn't just impress, it demands attention. Now before we jump under the hood, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our future rides. Alright, strapped in, we're diving into the 2026 BMW M5. Start with what matters. The engine at the heart of this beast is a heavily revised twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 powerplant. BMW says output has been bumped significantly over previous models, delivering roughly 690 horsepower and around 650 pound-feet of torque. That's a healthy jump over the last generation and enough grunt to launch this sedan into supercar territory from a standstill. The 2026 M5 is reportedly capable of hitting 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3.1 seconds in real-world tests. With the right tires and conditions, it might go even faster. The improvements don't just stop at power. BMW engineers have refined the turbochargers to reduce lag almost entirely. The throttle response is instantaneous, giving the driver a direct and visceral connection to the road. The exhaust system gets a new variable valve setup, so when you're cruising it stays quiet and refined, but mash the throttle and the M5 growls deep and menacing like a beast awakened. Beneath that V8 you'll find an updated cooling system with larger intercoolers and improved airflow, ensuring that power delivery stays consistent even after repeated hard launches and spirited driving sessions. That's a big deal because earlier M5 generation owners sometimes noticed power drop-off under heavy use. BMW addressed that head-on, meaning this 2026 iteration isn't just fast once but relentlessly fast all day long. Moving outward from the engine, the transmission is an 8-speed automatic specially tuned for M use with quicker shift times and a new launch control calibration. The transmission stays firmly in place even under hard acceleration and delivers lightning-fast gear changes under full throttle or smooth, luxurious shifts when you're taking it easy behind the wheel. BM's xDrive all-wheel drive system with rear-wheel bias remains standard but now includes a drift mode that allows experienced drivers to send power to the rear wheels only. For a more traditional M-car experience on dry pavement, engage that mode and you'll have your hands full in the best possible way because the M5 is raw power tamed with German precision. Speak about taming power, now let's talk about how that power gets to the pavement, starting with the wheels and tires. The 2026 M5 rolls on newly designed 20-inch forged alloy wheels featuring a more aggressive concave design optimized for both strength and weight savings. Each wheel runs about 2 pounds lighter than previous cast wheels. That helps reduce unsprung mass and improves handling precision. Wrapped around those wheels are staggered high-performance tires, up front 255/35 R20 and in the rear 285/30 R20, giving a massive contact patch for traction under hard acceleration, cornering or braking. BMW offers performance compound run flat tires as standard, but there's an option for ultra-sticky summer tires for those who plan to hit track days or want maximum grip on dry roads. Visually, the wheels give the car a much wider stance contrasted against the muscular fenders and sculpted side profile. The M5's body sits lower and wider than a regular 5 Series sedan, giving it that distinct athletic look you can see from the side. It doesn't scream luxury sedan, it whispers performance machine. Step inside and you'll find a cabin that balances high-tech luxury with a driver-focused layout. Premium merino leather sport seats with contrast stitching hug you tight during spirited driving yet remain comfortable on long highway cruises. The steering wheel is wrapped in Alcantara in the M Sport configuration and features paddle shifters that allow manual gear changes on the fly. The infotainment system gets upgraded as well with a new 14.9-inch curved display and a customizable digital instrument cluster that can show boost pressure, G-force, throttle position, and a variety of performance metrics that enthusiasts will appreciate for those long drives. The rear seats still offer plenty of legroom, making the M5 a practical 4-door sedan for everyday use or spirited weekend drives. Safety and driver assistance tech remain top-notch with adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and a new performance-oriented dynamic stability control system that's more forgiving when you push the car near its limits but still quick to intervene when things get hairy. Overall, BMW appears to have struck a balance between everyday usability and raw power. Now let's talk about price because that's what a lot of you are really curious about. According to early info, the base MSRP for the 2026 BMW M5 starts around $105,000 before options. That's comparable to the previous generation, but given the new engine upgrades, tech, And wheels. Expect most loaded-out models to land in the $120,000 to $130,000 range once you start adding premium paint, carbon ceramic brakes, upgraded wheels, and other options factor in destination fees and taxes, and you might be looking at something close to $135,000 to $140,000 in total. Of course, prices could vary slightly depending on region or dealer markups, but that price point puts the 2026 M5 squarely in super sedan territory, offering performance that rivals much more expensive cars yet retaining 4 doors and everyday practicality. Imagine getting supercar acceleration wrapped in a sedan capable of handling daily commutes, family duties, and weekend fun in equal measure. The 2026 BMW M5 isn't just about straight-line speed, though. Cornering dynamics have seen serious improvements thanks to revised suspension and chassis tuning. BMW added adaptive M suspension with electronically controlled dampers that can adjust on the fly between comfort, sport, and track settings. The ride feels composed even over rough roads, yet when you push the car hard the body remains flat, and controlled body roll is minimal, giving you confidence when carving corners or switching lanes at speed. For braking, the M5 uses optional carbon ceramic brake rotors which are lighter and significantly reduce fade under repeated heavy braking. That's a big plus if you plan to take this sedan to a track or just enjoy spirited drives downhill. When you mash the brake pedal, those calipers bite hard and give you strong deceleration from high speeds. Safety and stopping power are top-notch. Now what about fuel economy? Yeah, it's no Prius, but BMW says the 2026 M5 averages around 18 miles per gallon combined city and highway when driven moderately with care. Under spirited driving, expect that to drop into the low teens. That's the trade-off for this level of power, but given the kind of buyer this car attracts, it's rarely a priority. Think of this as a performance statement, not a fuel-sipping commuter car. Personalization options from BMW are plentiful. You can choose from multiple exterior paint colors including a deep metallic blue, classic alpine white, jet black metallic, a new carbon metallic gray that shows off the sculpted body lines beautifully, and a vibrant racing red. For those who want to stand out inside, you can go with standard leather, upgraded extended leather with full matching door panels and dash leather, optional carbon fiber trim elements and brushed aluminum accents for a modern and sporty feel. There's also an optional M Performance package that adds a carbon fiber front splitter, rear diffuser, side skirts and a subtle rear spoiler. Not only do these elements enhance aerodynamics, but they give the car a more aggressive stance that turns heads even at a standstill. The exhaust tips are finished in black chrome, giving the rear a stealthy and purposeful look. Now let's imagine driving scenarios. You're outside a downtown area on open road. It's just past sunset. The city lights begin to flicker on you. Fire up the 2026 M5. The engine fires with a deep growl like an animal waking up. You roll out onto the highway. The transmission snaps through gears effortlessly. The rush of torque pushes you back into the seat. You punch it. Wheels chirp for a moment and you're gone 0 to 60 in barely over 3 seconds. The world around you blurs behind the windshield. Only the road ahead matters as you settle into a rhythm. The sound of the exhaust note, the precise steering, and the planted feel through corners remind you this is more than just a luxury car. This is a machine built for driving enthusiasts. On a different night you're cruising home, windows down, enjoying the refined cabin, the smooth ride, the comfortable seats and the quiet hum of the engine doing its duty as a daily driver. That versatility is part of what defines the 2026 M5. It doesn't force you to choose between comfort or performance. It gives you both and lets you decide with the flick of a switch whether you want serenity or fury. Every time you slide behind the wheel, you know you're in control. So who is this 2026 BMW M5 for? It's for someone who wants a performance vehicle that doesn't sacrifice practicality for speed. Maybe you're a car enthusiast who needs 4 doors and everyday usability. Maybe you have a family but refuse to compromise on performance. Maybe you just want a sedan that offers supercar thrills without sacrificing comfort or convenience. For you, the M5 represents the sweet spot, middle ground between exotic performance cars and regular luxury sedans. If you're looking to make a statement, you want a car that turns heads wherever you go, that delivers jaw-dropping acceleration but also lets you run errands, commute to work, or take a road trip with ease, then the 2026 M5 is worth a close look. Now, having said all that, there are a few trade-offs to consider. Tires and brakes are expensive. The high-performance run flats or sticky summer tires wear out faster, especially if you regularly launch the car hard or carve corners. The ride can be firm when suspension is set to sport or track modes, and the fuel economy, as we said, isn't going to win awards, but those are acceptable compromises when you realize what you're getting in return. The roar of AV8, the handling of a sports sedan and the refinement of a luxury car in one package. Let me wrap this up by saying that the 2026 BMW M5 may not be the most practical car for every driver, but for those who crave performance, precision and presence, it's a rare breed, a sedan that doesn't apologize for being fast, a statement on wheels, engineered to thrill and crafted to impress. Thanks for watching this deep dive on the 2026 BMW M5. Stay tuned on Bike Vibe. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a like, comment below what you'd love to see next, maybe a real-world test drive or a comparison with competitors. Whatever you choose, we've got you covered. Catch you in the next video.